Morning, folks. I had somebody call looking for a pair of chaps for Christmas presents, and I got two pair. Both of them are a little flashy. They're more show stuff, maybe rodeo stuff. They got the hair on. But thought I'd show them off quick. That's a brindle cowhide. This one I got a mule on that side and a horse on this side. This one, same brindle type of stuff. Longhorn steer on that side, and I guess the same on that side. Anyway, they're kind of fun. I have to send them some pictures, see if this is what they're looking for or not. But for today, it's wolf trap check day. I'll need to run up the mountain and hopefully put out a few more too. The 6 traps, it ain't very many. I did hear there's a guy that's been coming last, I don't know, 4 years or so probably. Kind of irritates me in a little way. He crowds in right on me. But he's from out of state, and he did catch one. He's got a lot more money to work with than I do, a better truck and a snowmobile, so I'm not too surprised he got one. But he got one, and then I heard of another one that got shot not very far from where my traps are, and possibly a third one. Now this summer, back in September, I had, on my trail camera, I had 4. And then by October, it was down to 3. So unless one of them managed to stay off camera, there might have been 3 taken out of here, which means I don't have any wolves. And if the one, there's 2 gone for sure, possibly 3, so there might be 1, maybe 2, or none. Makes it a little tougher. Trying to snow up here. It's more like drizzle rain. That. Hopefully it won't get too icy. The traps I've checked so far today have been empty. I haven't seen any more tracks either. I just stopped and talked to that other out-of-state trapper, and he's telling me the same thing. He didn't catch anything today, didn't find any tracks. So I don't know. The thing with wolves is you really don't know if they're, I mean, there might not be any here anymore, or they might have got. But if they are here, they might not come back for another week or maybe 2 weeks. So it makes it kind of tough to know what to do. Got the traps out that I do have out. I'll just keep checking them and hope for the best. I'd like to add a few. And running into him, it kind of ties up some time visiting, and I don't know, it's kind of late in the day to do it now. This is where those elk were last trip up. Just below here. This hill right here gets pretty slick and icy. It's fairly steep. Kind of hard to tell probably on the camera. A lot lot of tracks in here, but they're deer and elk. A few, either coyote or fox. You know, I used to think that most of the tracks I was seeing were coyote tracks, but after running these trail cameras for so long, I get mostly fox on my cameras, not that many coyotes. So, fox have fuzzy feet. You can usually tell the difference between those and a coyote. They don't leave as distinct a track, but these are pretty big fox, and they're leaving good sized tracks that show, you know, a little bit more clear than what you would expect, but on my cameras they're mainly fox. This road probably pretty hard to tell on the camera, but this thing can get really washed out bad. It's just steep enough that coming up it from the other side can be a little hard to do once there's snow. I usually go down it. The dogs like this road. Usually a few sticks and trees to bunch on. Elk tracks. Probably that same little bunch I saw the other day. Yeah, my last trap is over there. Doesn't look like I've got anything. Can't tell for 100% sure though. Get a little closer so I can see it better. Lots of spots in here. I could put some snares, and I probably should. Let's see, it was year before last. I snared one right up over here. And I don't know, I'm not seeing any tracks anymore. I'm not sure we got anything left here. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think I got anything. Once again today, empty traps. That's what makes this wolf trapping part stuff so frustrating, you know. Some places, that guy that kind of leaving the nasty comments, I think he was from Canada. Well, Canada's got a lot more wolves. These ones came from Canada, you know. When they first introduced them, that's where they caught them at, Canada and Alaska. And we just don't have the numbers. And he was saying, I've caught 9 total. And he was saying, oh, I've caught more than that in one track. Our packs aren't even that big here. Very rarely, anyway. Most of the packs here are 3 or 4 wolves, and that's all. Yeah, that one's still empty, too. Got it right over here at the base of these trees. Oh, dang it. Like I say, it's a long shot and a waiting game. But it is pretty fun. I still, like I said, that stump over there, I'm not sure if it's not a stump and a rock behind it. But from this angle, man, that looks like an animal sitting there. I would swear that that's a coyote or a fox. Or not a fox, coyote or a wolf. But it's not. I wish it was. Well, anyhow, I should probably set out some more traps and things. If I hadn't run into that other guy and got to talking with him, I probably would have. I need to. It's getting late enough now that I think I'm just going to bag it and go on home. Got plenty to do there, but this is way more fun. And traps sitting in my yard or in my back of my truck aren't going to do me any good for sure. Here's a couple of... Well, there's several. There's some pink ribbons on these trees over here. A lot of times those are trap markers, but I think that's something else. It's hard to say though, you know. Trapping is kind of a secretive game. You don't want your traps messed with or stolen, so you don't really tell people exactly where they're at. I try to let friends that trap and things know, because that way we're not crowding in on each other. You know, it's way better to work together than it is to butt heads. But not everybody feels like that. This out the state guy, he's pretty, I don't know if unfriendly would be the word or not. He's gotten to be a little bit more friendly the more I talk to him, but I don't know, he's not very willing to work with you, which is a shame. If he's going to be here, we might as well try to get along. up until he came in here, I pretty much had this spot to myself, and it was nice, that it was great to get up here and not see anybody else, and know I was the only one in here trapping, or, there was maybe somebody else, but it wasn't a big deal. Now he's kind of crowded in on all the spots that I've trapped for 23 years. It's kind of hard to take, but it's public ground. I can't do a thing about it, so I might as well try to get along with him. But he's got to be willing also. He's slowly, I think, getting a little better, though. See, a spot like that right there. How do you have a better spot for a snare than that right there? You got lots of twigs and things to hide your snare. It's kind of a rounded circle of brush right here. Good trail through it. Perfect spot. I really probably should put one there. Maybe next trip up I will. I don't know. This year I'm having a little bit of trouble getting motivated, I guess. Cindy getting sick, the truck breaking down. A friend of mine, his boy almost died. He had 2 collapsed lungs and wasn't doing very well. My uncle, he's got Alzheimer's and doesn't seem to be talking to us again. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of tired of playing his little petty games. Well, I guess if he's not talking to us, that's just the way it is. I'm not going to worry about it anymore, but it is kind of discouraging, upsetting. But we've always been real close, but not in the last 10 years or so. But enough of that. All that stuff isn't fun. I'm not going to talk about that. This is fun. I'm up here, and even if I am checking empty traps, I'm still up here in the mountains enjoying life. That trap I moved the other day, it was right where I'm standing, and I put it over here now. It's right there. A couple of years ago, the wolves came through here about 3 times, but it was a couple, 2, maybe 3 weeks apart every time they did it. And on the 3rd pass through, I was finally able to snare a big male, and so it paid off. But man, it was a long time coming. Like I say, this whole wolf stuff's a real waiting game. Let's see, trying to get out of here without leaving a whole lot of tracks. Figure out which way I came in. I think I was over here. Yep, here's my tracks. Not much going on today, just kind of up having fun and checking empty traps. I'll see you folks tomorrow, and have a great rest of your day. See something else on the way home. I'll turn this back on, but it's been pretty slow. I did see a few deer coming up, but nothing, just does. Anyway, bye. Don't need nobody poking around if I can help it.